Good afternoon and welcome back to Adventures for Anyone, and today we're going to talk about the Subway Challenge. What is it? Well, succinctly put, it is a Guinness World Record for riding the subway everywhere. And what it is there's three classes. Class A is to ride every line. Class B and C are to pass through and stop at every single subway station in the system in New York City, which is 472 stations. Class B is the one that pretty much everybody does, which is to stop at each and every of the 472 subway stations in New York City. Right now, Kate Jones holds the record at 22 hours and 14 minutes, and I believe it's like 10 seconds. It was set in 2023 with the 472 existing stations. Now, other countries and other cities have a subway challenge, but this is the big one, folks. This is the one everybody does. And take a look at this system. It is enormous. So I've seen the Subway Challenge attempted on YouTube by Kara and Nate, plus a guest that came along with them to help them with the challenge. What I noticed was there were some mistakes. And as somebody who frequents this subway a lot, let me tell you that the schematics they followed are perfectly valid for the most efficient way to get around. It's fantastic. But you have to take it with a grain, because not everything goes as planned in New York and not everything is as it seems. So, what's the advice that I would give? Number one, make sure you're going the right way on the subway for maximum efficiency, like the inn here. It goes under the river, it goes popping up to Queens Plaza. But does it go faster one way than the other? Absolutely, it does. It goes faster going from Manhattan up to Queensboro Plaza than it does going from Queensboro Plaza to Manhattan. All these little things you have to take into account. You have to realize that you don't want to go during the holiday or the summer or over Christmas or on the weekend. You want to do this on an average Wednesday in, I don't know, March, when everybody is just doing their thing, the maximum amount of lines are running, the minimum amount of construction and repair is going on. You want to do all of this. You also need to remember that the more you stay in the system, the better. There are 80 stations with public restrooms that are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. However, ahead of this challenge, check that out. A lot of them aren't really open. So make sure that you have, the Staten Island Ferry Terminal at South Ferry, or the bathroom at Bryant Park, or, over at Grand Central Station or whatever mapped out so that you can go to the bathroom during this nearly day-long challenge that you will be doing. Now, the Class B challenge is operated by Guinness. In order to do it properly, you will have to get a hold of Guinness and find the rules. I will put the links in the description below so you can do that. I have been told that you can stop at each station, verify that the doors open and close, and that counts as a stop. So that should be helpful. Also, be well aware of places that you can get food, drinks, snacks, that kind of thing. So do some research before you do this challenge. But the main thing that I saw when I was watching it was the route. It looks really good on paper. But make sure, if you attempt this, I would recommend that you do all those outer boroughs first. Fine, start out in Far Rockaway. But get Queens, the Bronx, and by all means, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, out of the way during the day. That way, when you reach nighttime and things are slowing down, you can finish this thing up in Manhattan. The only thing you have to really watch there is the simple fact that Grand Central closes around midnight, 1 in the morning, something like that, for a few hours. So you're going to want to make sure you catch that shuttle before the middle of the night. It qualifies as a stop. So these are my recommendations. do a lot of research before you do this. Look at the schematics, make sure that it makes sense to you. This contest has gone on since the 1940s. You know, Herman Rinke was the first one to complete it. There are also rules for the Amateur New York Subway Writing Committee, which is a little different than the Guinness Book. So consult everything before you do it. Like I said, I'll leave links in the description. And, you know, go out there and give it a whirl. It is a world record. And who knows, you might be the next one to complete it. It is possible. It's been done. The woman, Kate Jones, who did it was not from New York. So come on, New Yorkers, get out there and take back this prize. It has been going for decades. It is currently in the hands of a foreigner. Come on, New Yorkers, get out there, traverse all these lines and stations, and make your mark in the Guinness Book of World Records. This is one of my favorite things I've heard about over the years. I might just try it myself one day, but I'm an old woman. I'll probably fail at it. But like I said, contact Guinness. Get those rules. Contact the Amateur New York Subway Writing Committee. That is a big title. And get their rules, and then go out, do some research on your own. You can look at the studies and all of that, but do some research on your own. It looks like a lot of fun. It is a marathon, not a sprint. You will be out there for hours. You will get sick of looking at moving platforms and spaceship-like malls and everything else that you'll see out there. But is it worth that once-in-a-lifetime world record? I think it is. So enjoy the challenge, and thank you for joining me today.
Hi, I'm Terry. Thank you for joining me today on Adventures for Anyone, and join me again in the future, and like and subscribe if you like what you see here. And I can teach you where to go in the Northeast, how to have fun, and how to travel the way I do, which is as a budget traveler. Thank you again. Have a great day.